I'll be your passenger tonight. Let's close our eyes and put a finger on a map, and where it lands is where we'll drive.
The outpouring of positive feedback, especially right when we opened and everybody was first coming in here, was just incredible. And just the expressions of wonder and amazement on their faces. I think a lot of people didn't realize when they booked their flight that it was going to be a different airport than they were used to. And just seeing that amazement really makes you proud to be part of the project.
We really started thinking about PDX Next at the port 10 years ago. And as we thought about the needs, we needed to be able to move more people through, but also we wanted to be earthquake resilient. We started to think more about if you wanted to do this in a way that reflected Oregon values, what would that look like?
We knew we wanted to create this walk in the forest, but we didn't know exactly how we would do it.
To me, like an airport is a magical in-between space where travelers' journey starts and ends.
The choice to use wood in this building, I think, is really interesting because we got to play with the idea of how do we celebrate the people of this state through the wood choices and selection, and how we support those jobs, connecting urban to rural in a really beautiful way.
This is not a project that went to South Carolina or to British Columbia to get wood. We got wood from within 300 miles at this spot.
One of the major challenges of this project was building it over an operating airport, and how do we get passengers through, and not only that, but how do we keep the baggage handling systems running and the MEP systems running and do it all safely. There were really big ideas that had to come into play to make that happen. Building the roof across the airfield, prefabricating the whole thing, and then sliding it over the building just took so much planning and so much effort from so many people to make that come together.
The size of the project was so great that it required a lot of people to contribute.
It's about 30,000 people who contributed, and it just took a lot of collaboration and cooperation and teamwork, whether it's out in the woods or out on the tarmac. It was just every step of the way a pretty amazing experience.
It was really important to the Port of Portland that we make an effort to include small businesses as much as possible on this project.
The port has an ongoing commitment by folding in smaller businesses, providing kind of all the hand-holding that you need to operate in a context like this. And so they've made that commitment in terms of resources and personnel, but also in terms of a mindset, right, of saying, we're here to help you.
I think all of us have been in other airports, and one of the things that struck us at the Port of Portland was that you go into these places and you could be in Shanghai or in Chicago and you don't know where you are. But if you go in and you see Oven and Shaker or Loyal Legion or Portland Roasting, you suddenly feel like, oh, this reflects me.
The sense of pride and ownership of everyone involved in this project, it's not just the architects, it's not just the managers, but it's literally everyone on this project is so proud to be here.
And their families will come here, they'll be able to tell their stories to their families and take pride in their work.
Most projects we build, you really never get to go back and see them. This is a project that my family goes through, my friends go through, I'm gonna go through for the rest of my life.
I think Port has a great art program, been around a long time, and I travel many places too, but I think it's very rare, like a airport promoting local artists. Living here as working as an artist for 20 years and then having my first public art opportunity in here was very exciting.
If there's ever a testimony to the success of this project, it's that people actually decide to come out here, pay for parking, and just hang out.
I think my favorite part of this building is that it's a celebration of how beautiful forests can be when they're managed and stewarded well, and how beautiful the built environment can be. The wood story wouldn't matter if the building wasn't as beautiful as it was, and the wood sourcing wouldn't resonate as much if it didn't represent people doing really high levels of stewardship on the ground.
We are the international airport for Pendleton and for Eugene and for Astoria and all over Oregon and Southwest Washington, and people are proud of this place. They feel like it belongs to them, and that's really gives me goosebumps to say it. It's really an honor to be connected to the people who did this work and everyone here and the thousands of people. It's an amazing experience.